Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? Errol the Truth Spence Jr. and Manny Pacquiao just had their first official press conference in LA, live on Fox. It was pretty much everything that I expected out of these two guys. Manny Pacquiao is not really much of a talker. He don't do a whole lot of trash talk. He don't do a whole lot of goofing around. And Errol Spence, pretty much the same. The only time you really get any type of real like trash talk out of Errol Spence is if somebody bringing it to him. You know what I'm saying? Somebody approaching him or dealing with him in that manner with that type of energy. That's really the only time that you get a very, very vocally aggressive and just a more savage Errol Spence when in the lead up to fights. But other than that, he pretty much a all business type of guy, and he show up, he do his job, and he get ready to fight when it come on fight night. And Manny Pacquiao, like I said, he's pretty much the same. And this is what I expected. I expected two guys to answer the questions that they asked. Not too much glitz and glamour, just straight up and down, and a lot of respect between these two guys. That's one of the most noticeable things in this press conference, and just the energy between these guys. A lot of respect there. Manny Pacquiao even went as far as saying that he thinks that Errol Spence is a better fighter than Floyd Mayweather. I think that was more so just a dig at Floyd, because they got different styles. Floyd chose to play more chess with Manny Pacquiao, and even when Floyd Mayweather Sr. was telling him, "Hey, step on the gas, you can get this man up out of here. You that much better than him." Floyd still just played it safe. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna just play chess and get the dub." And even after that fight, Manny Pacquiao was like, he was moving. He didn't just stay in one place and just let me wail on him. He was actually boxing. So he was like, Errol Spence could teach Floyd something about going toe to toe and shit like that. But if you think Earl just gonna be some robot in the ring, you got another thing coming. And I know Manny Pacquiao, I mean, he gotta know that. You know what I'm saying? I hope he ain't on that Mikey Garcia shit thinking, oh, I see something, I can get him. But trust me, when you get in that ring with Earl, you gonna see that he's an extremely intelligent fighter and an extremely technical, and he's complicated to it's hard for you to be able to take his weapons away, and it's hard for you to impose your pace and your style on him. Errol the Truth Spence Jr. is normally the guy that imposes his pace, his style, and makes guys fight the way he want them to fight. And I tell y'all all the time, the guy that is able to control their opponent and make their opponent do the shit that they don't want to do, that's normally the guy that's gonna win. But in this fight, in this press conference, one thing that I really got from this and what I'm expecting on fight night, I was already expecting this, but this just kind of solidified it for me, is you gonna see two guys competing at the very highest level possible. You're gonna see two guys that the skill that's gonna be displayed in this fight is gonna be otherworldly. And because there's no ill will. I mean, of course, these guys want to hurt each other. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. And trust me, Errol Spence is gonna go in there savagely. But I'm gonna explain to you why this is gonna raise the level of skill and the ferociousness and the savagery come fight night. But with these guys not being trash talkers, ain't no ill will. Manny don't feel no type of way about Earl. They ain't never had no history about, Earl disrespecting him. And same thing for Errol Spence. He don't feel no type of way about Manny Pacquiao. Ain't no history behind Manny Pacquiao disrespecting Earl. You know what I'm saying? And just like going at his neck, anything like that, saying different shit, trying to belittle him. Manny Pacquiao say little slick and trolling shit on the low, but he ain't never just went straight at Earl on some disrespectful shit and vice versa. So these guys are gonna be focused, level-headed, and extremely like one track minded. I want to win. I ain't trying to prove nothing as far as he said this about me, now I gotta do this. It ain't none of that. These guys are gonna be the most focused you ever seen. And I told y'all, Manny Pacquiao is as good as he's ever been right now. And we're about to see the very best version of Earl the Truth Spence Jr. that you ever seen in your life. He's the best that he's ever been right now in his career. He's in the best shape of his life. He's more focused than ever, and he's in the biggest fight of his life, and he understands what's at stake. He knows what this fight can do for him, his career, his family, his livelihood, his status in the game. This is a legend. This is a legacy fight versus a legend, an icon in Manny Pacquiao. So these guys, like, they spidey senses gonna be tingling. They gonna be so aware and on point and just focused. This is gonna make training a lot easier. You're gonna be sharper in training. This is just gonna push you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? When you got two guys where all it is, they just focus on one thing. I'm trying to win, and Errol Spence gonna go in there and look to make a statement just to show you just how good he is, just how skilled he is, just how dominant he is. And I'm pretty sure Manny Pacquiao want to do the same thing. He focused on trying to show, look, man, I can still do this at this age. That's why he say I picked Errol Spence, because I wanted a real fight. I wanted a guy who's actually, gonna bring that firepower and really bang it out and have a real fight, and just somebody that's just a real true competitor like Errol Spence. And Errol Spence want to go in there and make a statement like, look, I belong in the same conversations with the all-time greats. I belong on this level, and then I am the man in the division. I'm the man at 147, and I'm the man in boxing, because after this fight, trust me, after Errol Spence go in there and do what I believe he is to do, Errol Spence will be the biggest name in the sport of boxing, period. Number one pound for pound fighter. He'll be the biggest name in the sport of boxing with one of the best resumes. He gonna be probably the biggest pay-per-view star in the sport of boxing after this fight. You know what I'm saying? So trust and believe he understands everything that's at stake. Manny Pacquiao as well. So you're gonna see on August 21st, you're gonna see the highest level of skill that you can see in the sport of boxing. You're going to see the highest level of skill, the highest level of intensity. You're going to see a little bit of chess match. You're going to see a lot of dogfight. This shit going to go crazy. Those first 6 rounds, remember what I said, it's going to be chaos in the first 6 rounds. And then after that, you're going to see Earl take over and do what he do. You know what I mean? You're going to see him do what he do, man. But I'm excited for this fight. I can't wait. Yeah, I see y'all out there. It's still some people out there saying, Earl Spence ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? He slurring his speech and all that. Y'all said that before the Danny Garcia fight. You know what I'm saying? So I see y'all out there, man. I made a video for y'all already. Go back and watch that video, man. How the haters be looking when Errol Spence pull up. They gonna be looking the same way after this fight. You know what I'm saying? Don't be looking. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Get used to it. Get used to it, because this is gonna be a common theme. This is gonna be an ongoing theme. Every time Errol Spence fight, he ain't the same. He ain't. And then after the fight, motherfuckers gonna be looking salty. I don't like that shit. That motherfucker doing too good. You know what I'm saying? He shining too hard. You know what I mean? He doing it too big. I don't like that shit. Man, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait for this fight. It's gonna be a hell of a matchup. You got 2 of the best guys in the sport of boxing, a legend and then a future legend. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. What did y'all get from the press conference? Is there anything that y'all picked up during the press conference that kind of gave you different insight on how the fight might turn out? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.